Hi everyone, welcome to my first live stream here on the Everything podcast. You probably don't recognize my face, but you're more likely to recognize my voice because I have been since for about 2 years now, as you will have noticed if you are subscribed to the channel, which please do. That would be great. Then you will, what was I saying? Yes, about the channel. Then I've been doing it for 2 years, monthly. Now it's daily-ish. There was a week not long ago that I couldn't record due to uni and placement. And in that, before I get into what I want to do, I'm going to do some housekeeping stuff, and I'm actually going to give an update on the channel. So as you may have noticed recently, it's not been my voice. Apart from the compilation videos, which have released at 10 p.m. GMT. Just a reminder that normal episodes debut 10 a.m. GMT. So, yes, that's the difference. So, what I want you to know is that, yeah, obviously it hasn't been me. It's been Chuck Manatee who's been taking over from me for a while and has been doing that. So my kind of plan is that those episodes will be daily. They're more likely to be done by Chuck than me, but the live streams will be done by me so that I'm still, because this isn't a secret. The reason why the podcast exists is because my dad passed away. What we're at now, nearly 11th of May, which we'll get back to because that's an important date later on, will be 2.5 years. So we're about a month and about 5 or 6 5 weeks, I think it is, from being 2 years and a half. So obviously, I started the podcast would have been 5-6 months after my dad passed away, because I was doing sixth form at the time, and I was kind of like, well, I'm now sad. I want to. For me, keeping busy helps. For other people, isolating themselves, which I did unintentionally do, is that kind of thing. So yes, I just want to thank Chuck for the not for the live stream. This is a live stream, my first ever live stream, as the title suggests. But I do want to thank, I'm just getting the number up now, the current number of subscribers, because they've been going up relatively recently. If you'd asked me nearly 2 years ago that A, I'd start a YouTube channel, and B, I would have 299 subscribers, I'd go, what? Are you okay? Are you sure you don't need to go to the hospital? So yeah. Obviously, if anybody else has got a YouTube channel, it used to be that you could only get, well, it kind of still is, monetized at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Now they've kind of split it in half. So at 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours a year for the year, you get, so I could have a channel membership, which is, you've probably seen them on other channels, where you click a join button, and it's one of those kind of things. You can also and then there's super thanks, which is on a normal video. So any of the normal podcast episodes, you could click that to send me some money to say thank you. Super chat, which is the same, but during a live stream, so things like this, you could send that. Obviously, I'm not at 500 subscribers yet, but I'm one off 300, and then I will be at, and then I think that's it. And I can sell shopping stuff. Not that I desire to do that. And then at the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you will be doing, what was I saying? Yeah, 4,000, you get monetized. So I basically get money for ads in YouTube, basically, is how that works. But if you have no desire in any YouTube stuff, or you may have just wasted your time for 2 minutes. But anyway, back to this episode's channel update. So yes, just a reminder that daily episodes will still be going on going forward, but they will be, they will be still going on, and these live streams are not going to be like a certain time, at least once a week, ideally. But if that's not the case, then if that's not the case, then yeah. So it's going to be kind of very spontaneous if I have time, because I've been getting this live stream ready because I was like, because I wanted to do it, but I didn't think doing like, because I had the compilation videos which are going on 10 p.m. GMT. As long as the daily animated episodes, 10 a.m. GMT, I thought I don't really want to bombard. So I know I do a live stream, I'll get it all done in once. Can I do this is the question. As this is my first ever live stream, I do apologise if there's any technical issues or long pauses, because I am still obviously getting used to that. Now, what's this? I've just pressed something. I want to thank Haps. Can I bring it on screen? No. So we've got a love heart from Hapsizilla. Thank you for that. But yes, actually to what I'm talking about today. So normally I do Doctor Who news and Big Finish news all separate, like the news catch-ups that took forever. But I'm going to do it all in one go, Big Finish or Doctor Who. So I'm actually going to, hopefully this works, I'm going to add a poll. I'm going to do them both, but which one do you want me to talk about first? Which one should I talk about first? So the options are Big Finish or Doctor Who. So let me know the poll is now live. I will give you a couple of minutes to do that. And we will see what the answers were. If I don't get any votes in that in the next couple of minutes, then I will just pick one at random. Okay. Yeah, so we've got 3 viewers watching, which is great, because when the premieres are going on, obviously it depends upon the time of the day. It's 10 a.m. in the UK, which is 5 o'clock in the morning in America, and between 2 and 5 o'clock in the morning American time. So yeah, 2 American time, and then UK, and then Australia, it's 9 hours, so that would be 7 p.m, which may not be a perfect time, but that's kind of like, I would never, and I don't think any channel does this, or hopefully don't, because it'd be silly. Like, they only do premieres, and then they don't get public, so you can only watch them if they're a premiere. But I don't do that because yeah. So we've now got 4 viewers, and we've had 3 votes in the poll. So we will be going through the results of that. And there's about 2 minutes left on the poll. So if you haven't voted and would like to, please do. And then, yeah, I've now distracted myself what I was saying. I can't remember. I will remember. So yeah, 2 minutes left on the poll. And I talked about it before with which may have gone up. I will have a chat when we finish, just before I'm finishing not the podcast, the live stream. I will talk about how many subscribers I have got. But yes, that would be great. So yes, the poll will be ending in about a minute's time. It currently looks like I'll be doing Big Finish first, which actually was not what I was expecting, to be honest. So yeah, that's what is going on. So yes, that's what's happening. And yeah, so we'll give it a couple more seconds, and then we will, seems to be Big Finish, unless that's going to change. But as I said, I was more expecting Doctor Who. I'd always assumed that Doctor Who news was what people were more interested in, but that's not the case. And actually, I was I'm actually surprised that anyone's actually watching. I was kind of expecting that I'd be, like it said, 0-0, because I was watching some YouTube videos about people like vidIQ, I think I've mentioned them before, who give advice to creators like me. Oh, we're now at 50-50. That's going to be interesting. We've now got another viewer as well. So yeah. So I might just have to flip a coin, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah. Yeah. Oh yes, I remember what I was talking about. I've now distracted myself twice. That I would. Yes, about creators like vidIQ, who and one of them was that they cover up the view account because it was 0, and obviously that's how it started because I didn't promote it because, as I mentioned, I don't know in advance when I'm going to have time to do this kind of stuff. So yeah, but this is tight. Yes, Seth Furlong, it is tight. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do unless. So exciting, yes, happy Zilla. Thank you so much for both of your support. So yeah, and also obviously live streaming is very different to podcast episodes. Or well, I've not been doing the podcast, and Chuck Manatee has. I've been doing the. I've just been writing the reviews, so. And I've seen your comments. I may not have replied to them, but I've always seen your comments. And obviously, the live stream, it's easier because obviously I'm here at that same time that you are. So we are going to end the poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Has it done it? I think it has. I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, yes, there we go. Is that all it does? Which one should I talk about first? 50%. So I now have a pen. This is the fairest way to do it. I'm going to throw it in the air, so if the tip points me, we'll go big finish. If the end faces me, it's Doctor Who. Let's find out. And that's not helpful because I didn't throw it properly. And that's fallen on the floor. Right, the ends is facing me. Yes, Seth Furlong, you seem to be some kind of psychic because it is Doctor Who first. So what I now need to do, it's the first technical thing of the live stream. Apologies for keep calling it what's the word? Yes, I'm glad you're pleased, Seth. That's what we're doing. It's first technical stuff, so I'm going to attempt to share the screen. I have had a test stream a couple of days ago just to check that it was all working. Yes, Happy Zilla, you were right as well. So let's have a go. Right, is it going to let me do? Oh, no, window. There we go. Odds. That one. Share. So it's in a minute. It's up. But I think we've got a few bits and pieces to talk about next. So the first bit of news, as we can, is that, scroll down a bit too far, is that, scroll up a little bit more. There we go. Is that Stephen Moffat returns to write episode for new season of Doctor Who. Now, news was announced on the 19th of March 2024, which is about 2 weeks ago. So obviously, because of other commitments related to university, I've not been able to do that and everything. And it does, and as I've expressed before, this isn't just a Doctor Who channel. It is called the Everything Podcast. And if you've actually looked at the new description, which I've recently updated, it says everything in big capital letters for a reason. Let's have a read through this press release. Stephen Moffat writes an episode for the new season of Doctor Who with Julianne Robinson directing. Former showrunner Stephen Moffat makes an explosive return to the new series of Doctor Who as he writes an episode due to in the UK on the 11th of May and Disney Plus on the 10th of May when available. And then we've got breaking news. And then we've got here on the Stephen has been lauded for his work on Doctor Who, first writing on the show when Rusty Davies revived it in 2005. He then went on to succeed as showrunner, leading the show during the Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi eras, 11th and 12th Doctors, by the way. Stephen is known for penning some of the most praised episodes in the show's history, as well as creating one of the most terrifying and iconic monsters, the Weeping Angels, outside of Doctor Who. Stephen has been celebrated co-writing and co-creating the multi-award-winning series Sherlock. Now he's back, returning alongside showrunner Rusty Davis as he writes a whole new adventure for the upcoming season debuting this May. Come on, computer. There we go. Directing the thrilling adventure will be BAFTA, Emmy, and Golden Globe nominee Julianne Robinson, who also kicks off the season by directing the episode that succeeds The Church on Ruby Road that aired at Christmas. Julianne has previously directed some blockbuster series, including Bridgerton, Orange is the New Black, and scaled the TARDIS to direct 2 of the episodes. Speaking on his return to the universe, Stephen Moffat says, "Okay, fair enough. Apologise to everyone I've been slightly misled. I'm in fact writing an episode of the series of the Doctor Who. Exactly like I said I never would. What can I tell? There was begging, there was pleading, but finally Russell agreed to let me have another go so long as I got out of his garden. Working with old friends and a brand new Doctor, I couldn't be happier. Sorry, I was a bit reticent. I don't even know. If anyone could tell me how to pronounce that word, I would be gladly appreciated. Would be glad. It would be appreciated. There we go. On the subject for so long, it was all part of an elaborate plan that would have delighted millions. But the last minute, I forgot what it was." Speaking on directing episodes in the new season, Julianne Robinson says, "It was a tremendous honor to direct episodes of Doctor Who for the BBC and Disney+. This beloved franchise is 60 years old and still going strong. It is part of our collective memory as Brits. I've always admired Rusty Davis and Shooter Gatwa. And Shooter Gatwa is an unbelievably talented actor who has stepped into the role of the 15th Doctor effortlessly, alongside the equally talented Millie Gibson. Stephen Moffat gave an intense challenge as a director. I asked him for a key word to describe the overall tone of the episode. He said, Hitchcock. I can't wait to see what everyone thinks. I'm grateful to Bad Wolf, the BBC and Disney+. It was an incredible experience. Doctor Who returns with a simultaneous global premiere on BBC iPlayer in the UK on the 11th of May and Disney Plus on the 10th of May, where available." So next up, we're actually going to look at actually get the right document up. You can't see this because it can take forever. I'm just going to have a read and zoom out because it's huge. There we go. Well, I took about 5 minutes. I've had a quick look, and then there's a thing that does things that are perfectly worded, something terrifying. It's all in outer space. There's a woman, oh my god. It is, of course, brilliant, beyond brilliant. It's an absolute mesmerizing episode. I'm lucky and proud and honored to be working with Stephen Moffat, the great man, and to have this directed by the genius of Julianne Robinson. Overall lucky. Stephen was the second phone call I made after getting the old job back. The first was Chris Chibnall, but he sent love and quizzes and ran off to write his new novel. So stand back, get ready, and travel with the Doctor and Ruby to the most dangerous world you can imagine. An antelope moment. Drums. 2 hearts plus a handful of emojis. Next up, actually, before we get to what we're talking about next, we are talking about the first season 1 trailer, which was released on the, let's get my maths right here, 22nd. Is that right? Yeah, 22nd of March 2024. Here is my breakdown for that trailer. The TARDIS arrives inside Unit Tower. The Doctor and Ruby enter Unit Tower. Several scenes from the Church on Ruby Road are shown. The TARDIS arrives inside the Sunday's flat. Several of the Doctor's costumes featured in season 1 are showcased. The Doctor and Ruby hang on to the TARDIS for dear life. Ruby steps on a butterfly and turns into a non-human creature. Ruby and the Doctor dance after the Duchess turns into a bird creature. The Doctor and Ruby run away from a monster. The Doctor, Kate and Morris are within Unit Tower. Ruby and the Doctor witness a destroyed version of London. The Doctor promises that we will keep Ruby safe to Carla. Several costumes of Ruby are showcased even. The TARDIS seems to be dying, and Ruby, Kate and Mel are shown in quick succession. We've had some comments from Rusty Davis. Here we go, May 11th. So proud of Shooter Gatwa and Millie Gibson. I mean, look at them. What blazing stars. This is just the beginning of epic tales to come, alongside the most intimate and heartfelt stories too. Monsters, gods, villains, babies, at a very precise distance. We'll get on that soon. Coming soon. I think... Oh, no. Yes, I now know where we're up to. So now we're talking about something. So we've got 2 more bits. Is that right? Yes, 2 more bits of news, but the first bit's going to take considerably longer than the second. So that's what we're doing. Next up, we're talking about Season 1 episode titles, which I'm going to all start with, and then we're going to go through how each one was announced and what we know about them. Release as Doctor Who gears up. Spoilers. Well, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you probably know it already. As Doctor Who gears up for its highly anticipated simultaneous global premiere this May, it's time to reveal the episode titles for this season, as well as more incredible guest stars we have looked towards plans for the upcoming season. As another treat, viewers will be given another official trailer, which I'll be breaking down soon. As we know, Doctor Who premieres on BBC iPlayer in the UK on the 11th of May and Disney Plus on the 10th of May, where available. Doctor Who Season 1 episode titles. So we have Space Babies, written by Russ T. Davies and directed. Actually, no, I'm going to. Oh, no, we'll do it this way, actually. How they're announced. So we have, it just means I'm going to kind of repeat myself slightly. So the episode title, episode 1 is titled Space Babies, which has been written by and directed by Julia Robinson. Episode 2 is titled The Devil's Cord, written by Russ T. Davies and directed by Ben Chessel. We then have Boom, which is the episode written by Stephen Moffat and directed by Julie Ann Robinson. We have 73 Yards, which has been written by Russ T. Davies and directed by Dylan Holmes Williams. We then have Dot and Bubble, written by Russ T. Davies and directed by Dylan Holmes Williams. We then have Rogue, which is the episode that's been written by both Brent and Bryony Redburn, which we talked about the announcement of them writing an episode for this season a long time ago because it was revealed. And that episode is also directed by Ben Chessel. We then have The Legend of Ruby Sunday, which has been written by Russ T. Davies and directed by Jamie Donahue. And then we have episode 8, the finale for season 1, Empire of Death, written by Russ T. Davies and directed by Jamie Donahue. So in the Julianne Robinson directed space is Golda, so we've got a casting announcement here, is Golda Rushfeld, apologies for mispronunciation there, who has also been in Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, who joins Doctor Who as Jocelyn, who the Doctor and Ruby collide with in their first adventure in the TARDIS together. Russ T. Davies, the showrunner, added, "It's been amazing to see the whole world appreciate Golda's talents because of Bridgerton. It's been an absolute to invite to Cardiff to help launch Shooty and Millie's first season." They've got a photo there of her. Rounding out the explosive double bill, so I should mention that both episodes 1 and episodes 2, both episode 1 on May the 11th in the UK at midnight, so midnight GMT, so whatever that is before. So obviously, if that's like in America, it's will be on that Friday. If you're in Australia, it will be like I think about 8-9 o'clock in the morning. Is previously announced Jinx Monsoon, who stars in The Devil's Cord, the Doctor's most powerful enemy yet. In this episode, the Doctor and Ruby step back to the 60s to meet the Beatles. New episodes will then debut weekly across BBC iPlayer, BBC One, and outside of the UK on Disney Plus, where available, with the Stephen Moffat penned adventure Boom up next, followed by 73 Yards, Dot and Bubble, Rogue, and a massive 2-part finale spread across 2 weeks, titled The Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire of Death. Over the rest of the season, there are an array of brilliant guest stars jumping on board the TARDIS, including Calais Cook, Dame Sean Phillips, Alex Devrient, Bav Joshi, Majed Medisfer-Gurdy, I apologise for any mispronunciation there, Keisha Newell, and Colin. They join the previously announced guest cast Michelle Greenidge, Angela Winter, Anita Dobson, Anne Barnard, Yasmin Finney, Jonathan Groff, Gwen Morris-Jones, Bonnie Langford, Janice Linney, Gemma Redgrave, Lenny Rush, and India Varma. Doctor Who premieres on BBC iPlayer in the UK on the 11th of May and Disney Plus on the 10th of May, available. The other bits which I were going to show you, but it doesn't make sense because I've already gone through it, is you can view them on the Doctor Who social media channels. Is the little video like poster things for when all the episode titles or announcements go to. I don't even know what address, but if on Twitter or X, whatever you choose to call it, if you just search for words for Doctor Who, you'll find it there. So we're actually going to break down the second trailer for season 1, which was released only a couple of days ago on Easter Sunday, the 31st of March. So here's my breakdown for that trailer. The TARDIS crashes into the ceiling of Ruby's flat. The Doctor speaks and hugs Rose Noble. The Doctor winks to the camera. and I will be back very soon.